The eggnog was still warm in my hand when my mother-in-law ended my career. She didn't smile. She didn't offer me a drink. She just looked at me with those cold blue eyes and said, "Leah, it's time to replace you." 9 years, gone in one sentence. I'm Leah Pierce, 39, and until that Christmas Eve, I believed loyalty meant security. I built Donovan River Logistics from the inside out, started as a junior coordinator, clawed my way up to senior operations manager. Weekends, holidays, flood seasons, nights away from my daughter, all for their family shipping empire on the Mississippi. Behind us, the party buzzed in their big suburban house outside St. Louis. Christmas carols playing low, guests laughing by the tree, my 11-year-old Kendall upstairs with her cousins. Everyone toasted Christmas Eve. Mine imploded. For months, I'd felt it coming. Meetings I wasn't invited to, reports sent back with vague notes about new vision, whispers about automation. But I never imagined she'd do it like that. In her oak study, door shut against the holiday noise, Mildred leaned on the desk I'd helped choose during the remodel. "You're experienced, Leah," she said smoothly, "but the industry is sprinting forward. We need a fresh perspective. Younger blood." Younger blood. Dylan Turner, 28, Vanderbilt MBA, the consultant I'd mentored. He would replace me January 15th. 6 months severance, a year of insurance. Fair, she added. Fair. I'd increased river efficiency by 35%, secured the Memphis grain contract over 2 national competitors, saved them millions rerouting freight during flood season. But I was resistant. I slipped out of that house without saying goodbye. Snow fell lightly as I drove home. By the time Garrett walked in past midnight, I had 2 suitcases packed. He stopped at the stairs. "What's going on?" "Your mother fired me." He blinked, rubbed his forehead. "She mentioned restructuring." So he knew. He sat above me on the steps. "If I push back, everything gets complicated. The house is in her trust. My stake in the company is still technically hers. If I fight this, we risk everything. Kendall's school, the cabin, our lifestyle." There it was. Not outrage, not defense, calculation. "This isn't just about you, Leah." I understood something very clearly in that moment. I was the only risk he wasn't willing to take. "I'm not staying where I'm useful until I'm not," I said, and I left. Union Station was nearly empty at 2 a.m. I bought a one-way ticket to Chicago, sat beneath the blinking departure board with my suitcases at my feet. 9 years replayed in my head. Flood nights, warehouse audits, missed anniversaries, missed my daughter's first school play. All because I thought I was building something with family. Turns out I was just building it for them. At 3 a.m., a black SUV pulled up outside. A man named Lucas introduced himself. "My mother would like to meet you." His mother was Marilyn Adams, CEO of Adams Freight Solutions, Donovan's biggest regional competitor. She'd been tracking the company for years. When my access badge was deactivated at 9:47 p.m., she knew what that meant. "People like you don't stay for humiliation," Lucas said. He was right. Marilyn met me in her office overlooking the Mississippi. No small talk. "Director of Operations," she said. "Full authority over 12 regional teams. Equity, remote flexibility for your daughter. We value results, not family politics." The salary was 75% higher than what I'd made. Real ownership. Real authority. I didn't sign that night. I had learned something about blind trust. But at 7:29 a.m., watching the sun rise over the river, I called her. I'm in. I signed digitally before Christmas morning. The divorce came quietly. No screaming matches, no drama, just clarity. Garrett chose safety. I chose myself. The first months at Adams Freight were brutal, in the best way. Boots on docks at 3 a.m., listening to crews, fixing what spreadsheets ignored. Within 3 months, the failing Memphis to New Orleans transfer line moved from red to profitable. People followed me because the fixes worked. No favoritism, no whispers, just numbers and respect. Meanwhile, Donovan River Logistics struggled. Dylan rolled out full automation. On paper, revolutionary. On the river, chaos. Signal drops, system failures, late shipments. Clients left. Revenue fell 10%, then 15%, then 30% of volume disappeared within a year. Mildred dipped into credit lines, laid off longtime workers, sold terminals, sold the estate, moved into a smaller condo overlooking the arch. Chapter 11 came quietly 2 years later. No dramatic headlines, just the slow collapse of a legacy that chose image over experience. Garrett ended up working part-time at a rail yard. Kendall noticed everything. "They didn't fight for you," she said once at 14. "That hurts me too." I never told her to cut contact. She chose distance on her own. Boundaries learned by watching. 3 years later, I sit on the top floor of Adams Freight, partner, overseeing 8 states, billions in throughput. Evenings home for dinner, weekends free. A house Kendall and I chose together near the river trail. When people ask her what I do, she says, "My mom fixes broken companies." And she says it with pride. I don't follow Donovan's downfall anymore. There's no joy in it, just space. That Christmas Eve felt like the end of everything, but it wasn't destruction, it was removal. My value was never tied to people who couldn't see it. Once I stopped waiting for them to change their minds, I built a life where I didn't need their approval. The river keeps moving outside my office window, steady, strong. So do we.